been a horror freak my entire life since I was a kid. I grew up reading Fango.
So
Yeah, me too.
Maybe that's why I became an attorney. You know?
You guys host a show called True Crimes. How could you not be horror fans? I mean, every true crime story is a real horror story.
And the thing is, as you know, the real stuff is worse than anything any horror author ever cooked up.
Absolutely right, because most of the time you simply won't believe it really happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fact is always far, far worse than fiction. When I was getting pilloried in the 90s, everybody's like, well, where do you get your ideas, Hart? And I'd say, I read the paper. What are you talking about? I look around the world. I'm not blinded to what's happening. And they just would look at me dumbfounded because I'm supposed to say, oh, well, my mom beat me when I was a child with a rubber chicken and it scarred me for life and now I'm trapped on horror.
Isn't the ultimate subject of a horror movie these days the motiveless killer?
Well, that's actually the bane of what's going on in society. What makes the current crime statistics scary is, 30, 40 years ago, it was easy to solve a murder. It was always somebody you knew. It was like a husband or a boyfriend.
Crime of passion of some sort.
Crime has become much more randomized. Much more randomized.
Scarier than hell.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I live in a pretty shady part of Highland Park, and for Thanksgiving, we found a man beaten to bloody pulp and unconscious at my doorstep.
After Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and I was stunned because the police never even came by to take a report or anything like that. The ambulance came
They
and
just
scooped
picked him up and left?
Yeah, they just picked him up and left. No one ever came to question us about it, and we find bodies around our neighborhood all the time.
Terrific.
I can remember that years ago when it was like 1962, 63, when that woman was attacked in New York, and she's screaming for help.
Very famous.
And no one does a damn thing.
I can't take that. I can't live with that. I've done plenty of other stupid things because I saw something violent happening and I was not going to let it. I don't think about the gun or nothing. I don't think about what's going to happen to me. I can't live with myself if I didn't do something, and that's just who I am. My parents think I'm a little bit nuts, but they are the ones that raised me. They raised me with a firm moral center. They taught me.
Good.
They taught me to fight for what you believe in. Don't back down. You got to stand up for it. My mother has been behind me all the way in my publishing and my work.
That's wonderful. You can tell a lot about a guy by his relationship with his mother. I always told women that when they
That's
date
what
a
Norman
guy.
Bates said.
Yeah. What Norman Bates said was, a boy's best friend is his mother.
Oh, that's good. But she has this disease.
Yeah. Right. Norman, go down and open the motel right now. Norman.
My mom is a big farm broad. She's a big old broad with big brass balls, and that's where I get it from. My old man had a big mouth, and you cross the two between the big mouth and the brass balls, and you get me, which is nothing but trouble.